Hey girl. Hey girl. Thanks, Cam. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I look a little crazy right now because I have my full face done, but obviously the eyes are bare. I thought it would save a little bit of time today, and I know my last video was pretty lengthy, but for those of you who watched it, thanks. So I've got brows and my base on, and today I'm going to be playing with the Jeffree Star Thirsty palette because I didn't get it this summer because everybody wanted it, and now I have it. So we're going to go ahead and go straight into playing with this thing. Now, a lot of you requested that I do a colorful look, so I think I'm going to do a colorful look today. In my next video, I'll do the fall look. So I'm going to go into this first shade right here and coat my whole eyelid. Putting the lighter shade on first helps set any primer you've used. I had already set it with setting powder, but hey, it doesn't hurt to put a little bit more on. I think I'm going to go ahead and go in with this shade right here at the bottom, called Subtle. So I'm going to use that as my transition. And I'm going to start pretty high today. Alright, so that's pretty visible. Now I'm going to move down right under that shade with a different brush. I'm using Morphe brushes. These are the same ones I used the last time that don't have numbers or names. But hey, they work, right? So I'm going to use a different one for the other shade, and I think I'm going to go in with this shade in the top corner, Stroke. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with that first shade, Subtle, and I'm going to go ahead and blend it out so that there's no harsh lines. Okay, and now this is where we're at, and I'm really having a hard time deciding which shade I want to go in with. But first, I'm going to go ahead and put some concealer on my lid so that the color sticks better and it's more visible. So on the back of my hand, I'm just going to put my concealer there and then grab it with a brush. I'm going to use this Sonia Kashuk brush. I think it says number 110. So I'm going to dip into the concealer. I have really small hooded eyes. Sometimes it's a little more difficult to see it. If you just put your concealer on and you lift your eye up, it should give you more of an outline of where to put the concealer, like that. Sorry, I'm not very good at explaining things, I kind of just do. And I also haven't even tried this look at all yet, so we're gonna make it through this together. Alright, and once the concealer's on there really smooth, we're gonna go in with that first shade, the lightest shade, Parched, on top of it to set it, because I do not have big eyelids. I have hooded eyes, so there is a natural crease right there, and we want to set it right away to make sure that the crease does not mess up our look. Alright, and this is what we have so far. So next, we're gonna go ahead and work on that transition area a little bit more, because now we have where I'm gonna be putting the color. So I'm gonna go back in with Stroke, tap off the excess. I'm gonna go right over where we made that crease. And since I know now where my crease is, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it slightly higher than it was before. Alright, and now that the effect that I'm looking for is there better, I'm going to go ahead and go down here with Stroke as well. Alright, so this is pretty much exactly where I wanted it to be. So now I'm going to go back in with Subtle, the first transition shade, and buff out the edges so that it's seamless. Alright, so now that we're all blended out and beautiful, I'm gonna take the yellow and put it on the remaining part of the lid where I had cut the crease. Alright, I've got that yellow on and pretty pigmented how I would like it, so I'm going to go back in with stroke again and go on the outer corner and blend it out. Alright, and now that I've got that all set, I am going to go in with Splash on the lower lash line, because I feel like the more the merrier with the color, right? So actually, I'm going to go ahead and go down here first with stroke, and then I'm going to do Splash right here. I'm going to take an e.l.f. pencil brush to do the lash line with stroke. Okay, and now with this flat brush by Morphe, I'm going to go in with Splash and tap it onto the inner portion of my lash line. And then, as you probably guessed, I'm going to go back in with stroke on the outer portion. Alright, I think I've got the shadows pretty much where I want it, but I think I'd like to add a little bit more dimension on the outer corner, so I'm going to go in with the darkest shade in the palette, Drizzle, on my outer corner. I'm going to take a different Morphe brush, a little bit of a different shape. I don't know where I was going with that. And I'm going to go on the outer corner. Then I'm going to keep this darker shade really low, below where I wanted that cut crease, so that we can give that stroke shade a moment. See, that's exactly what I was going for. Alright, and since I did that, I am going to go in with the darker shade in the lash line now. Like I said, it gives it a little bit more dimension. Alright, so that's the eyeshadow. I'm going to try something kind of crazy. So Jeffree Star is pretty much known for his colorful everything. And I'm going to try out these two liquid lips as eyeliner. I hope it comes out right. Since there's the yellow here, I'm going to go ahead and go in with Breakfast at Tiffany's first on this portion, and then I'm going to try to wing it out with the yellow, so we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to go ahead and place this shade on the back of my hand, and just to let everybody know, Jeffree Star's lipsticks are eye safe. He has said so many times, so this isn't going to harm my eye. I have used his colors as eyeliner before. Alright, I've got that Breakfast at Tiffany's shade on, and I'm going to go in with the yellow now, which is called Queen Bee. This one's an older shade from his summer collection. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with the way this looks, and I kind of want to go in with Breakfast at Tiffany's on the bottom now. And then I'm going to go a little bit on the outside with the yellow shade from the palette, Quench. Alright, so I added some of Queen Bee on the bottom as well. So this is the wing, this is the finished eye look. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera to save time, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got like part of the way through the basic part of this, and then I thought about it, and I think I'm going to do the opposite, like the opposite colors on this eye. So instead of yellow, the yellow Quench color we used right here, I'm going to use Splash there. I just really wanted to try to go out of my comfort zone and do something fun. Alright, and then since I am doing this differently than I did last time, I'm going to go ahead and put the deeper shade on now, since I already know what I'm doing. On the other eye, I wasn't really quite sure what was going on yet, so this eye seemed to go a lot smoother. Also, These eyeshadows are so amazing. I've worked with like other colors before and these blend out so fast. And this is my third Jeffree palette actually. I have his original Beauty Killer palette, his first one, and then I also have the Androgyny palette. And I haven't really played too much with the colors, but that's because I didn't know how to use color and now I'm trying new things, so these eyeshadows are so good. So just like before, I'm going to do the opposite of what I did on this eye, so we're gonna use a transition in the outer corner. Now I'm gonna go in with Quench. Alright, so we have that. I'm gonna go on the outer edge with the deeper shade now. And then with Splash. Alright, so this is what we have now. And I guess it's time to go in with the eyeliner, but I am gonna blend this out a little bit better because it's bugging me. There we go. So before I do eyeliner, I am gonna go in with stroke again, like last time, and make sure it's all blended out. And then subtle again. Right, and now I'm gonna go in with the eyeliner. So I'm gonna do the, obviously I said I'm gonna do the opposite, so I'm gonna go in with Queen Bee first, and then Breakfast at Tiffany's. Now since the yellow is older, I did mess up a little bit right here, so what I'm gonna do is, I don't know why I always mess up when I'm filming, like there's just something about it. I'm gonna take a Q-tip, wipe it off before it dries. Liquid lips dry really fast, so we want to fix it as soon as we can. And I'm going to go ahead and fix that patch. And voila, it is fixed. Okay, so I've got this where I want it. And now I'm gonna go in with Breakfast at Tiffany's. Alright, so that is the eyeliner, and oh, I put some on the bottom too, so let's throw some of this on the bottom like we did on the other eye. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with this look, but with this side what I did was I took some of the eyeshadow and I patted it down onto the lipstick so it looked a little bit better. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and go in with mascara, but I'm going to comb out my lashes with a spoolie to get some of that lipstick out, because it did get on there. You want to be careful with your lashes, like I'm twisting them, so you don't want to pull them out on accident. I'm going to go ahead and use my eyelash curler. I'm going to use my Clinique High Impact Mascara. And now I'm going to highlight the inner corner with my Jeffree Star highlight. And that's what I used on my face as well. I guess I should do my brow bone too. Alright, and now we just need a lip and we are done. Alright, for lips I'm going to go in with Raw Chocolate. It's a little bit of a warmer brown, which complements the transition shade. You just want to remember to set your face. And this is the final look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and the next one will probably be a fall video. So the ones that wanted to see color, here you go. And the ones that want to see fall, yours is coming. I have a lot of more colors planned. I don't know why I can't talk, but thank you so much for being here, and I love you guys, and keep on watching my channel.